Hello again, it's your friendly neighborhood host, JT Wheatley, back for another episode of History Comics Podcast, this time with the final edition of the Christmas Classics, as we're going to go into a quick little review of Holiday Nights from the new Batman Adventures, which premiered on September 13th, 1997, and is technically the first episode of what is essentially the show, the new Batman Adventures, which is actually a continuation of the classic Batman the Animated Series. And of course, what this is another Christmas special written by Paul Dini and directed by stalwart Dan Reba, and which is basically a series of different segments covering different events during the holidays. The first taking place on December 22nd, in which Bruce Wayne gets brainwashed and kidnapped by Poison Ivy and Harley Quinn so they can go on a shopping spree. The second one takes place on Christmas Eve, where Barbara Gordon is out trying to find a last-minute gift for her dad, only to be at the mall, only to be interrupted when these strange children are robbing the store, and it turns out to be a classic Batman villain. And finally, there's New Year's Eve, in which Joker proclaims to Gotham City that he's made a New Year's resolution that next year he won't kill anyone, so he has to get it all out of the way now. And sure enough, he goes up to his usual hijinks, and it ends with one of the best ending scenes ever, the short New Year's Day segment that is absolutely fantastic, and has a perfect where Batman and Jim Gordon is one of the best scenes you ever see between the two characters. Yeah, no, this not only is this interesting enough, the first it'll be a Christmas episode, but it's also, like I said, the first episode of the new Batman Adventures, and it's where they did the redesigns of all the characters to make it more cartoony and stylized, thus matching with the Superman the animated series show, which it was paired with on the Kids WB Saturday morning run. That way they were able to cross over, of course, leading to the classic World's Finest crossover movie event. But yeah, for the most part, the designs work. Batman looks great. It's great to see the Tim Drake Robin, though he's Jason Todd. I don't know why they call him Tim Drake. I guess Tim Drake was the Robin at the time. And so forth. But some don't make sense. I hate the look of the Joker without having any irises in his eyes. It's just weird dots. So he looks way too cartoony. And the Riddler, I hated him going back that leotard Frank Gorshin look from the Adam West Batman. His suit was from the anime series is really cool. But overall, still is great to have some more great Batman stories. And also of note, as I mentioned, Barbara Gordon / Batgirl appears in this episode, and this is when Tara Strong took over the role from Melissa Gilbert from the animated series. So yeah, which might be part of the beginning of one of her great vocal career, and she's made a great Batgirl ever since. And of course, she would also eventually play Harley Quinn and so forth. But yeah, all in all, Holiday Nights is another classic Christmas special from the Batman animated series library. Definitely check it out, and if you can. So yeah, if you're looking for one last little bit, and since it ties into New Year's Eve, check out Holiday Nights, because that is a true Christmas classic.
Look, we gotta talk.
Yeah, Thunder Talk.
We're going all kinds of sideways with that sweet nerd junk.
Woke nerd junk.
It's topical.
Political.
Dare I say radical.
We've got all your latest news and reviews.
Hot music.
And a whole lot of comedy.
But it ain't for kids.
Definitely mature content.
So let's talk.
Let's talk Thunder Talk.
Thunder Talk is a proud member of the ESO Network.
Now is December 29th, 2022, time for the favorite comic of the week. Wonder Woman Historia, number 3, by Kelly Sue DeConnick and Nicola Scott, which finds the Amazons having to deal with the ramifications of being discovered by the male Greek gods, particularly Zeus, as Hera and the female gods try to protect them, ultimately leading to their final fate. Sue DeConnick does a great job just crafting both kind of a modern-day story about the power dynamics between men and female genders, along with classic Greek mythology, and how just brutal and epic a lot of these stories were. Let's say the Amazons, they don't pull any punches when they're trying to fight for their lives. Also, the depictions of Zeus and all the different gods are almost creepily accurate of how they were probably really depicted, and also how epic and powerful they were. Zeus is just like this giant being of thunder and lightning. Is really cool and epic, and all beautifully illustrated by Scott. And of course, while this has all been talking about the Amazons, how they came about, it does lead up to the title character, Wonder Woman, which you do finally see at the end. Making for this book in general is just a prime example of what can be done with these DC large format black label books, not just in the storytelling, but also the art, because the larger magazine format allows you to really show it off. It's just a gorgeous book from beginning to end, and one of the best of the year, honestly, of 2022. So yeah, it's a little more pricier, but well worth every penny. So yes, if you're looking for a good read and definitely more innovative one, check out Wonder Woman Historia. And with that, next time you hear from me, it'll be 2023. I hope everyone had a good year, and look forward to seeing you next year. I promise I do have some actual episodes coming out next year. Yeah, it'll take me about a year or so. But I technically have 4 in the bank, getting the script written for the next 2, and doing the research for more. So ideally, pretty soon, starting next year, I'll have some new episodes. Or maybe just like these short episodes, because you have to listen to me too long. Either way, I enjoy doing it. I'll keep doing it all through 2023 and so forth. And till then, happy holidays, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year's, and so forth. And if you're looking for a good holiday New Year comic book thing to watch, check out Holiday Nights, because that is a true Christmas classic.